Good morning, students. One issue for management account. We learn about the okay, you all agree uh, for transactions, okay? Because as an individual, as a human, it's not possible for us all, okay? So it needs records, and we record the day-to-day transactions and each transaction of the organization or a business. So we required a book of account. We all aware about that book of account and the rules and regulations. How these transactions are recorded in the accounting form in the monetary term. Okay. So same when we record the transactions that are related to the international level, okay, international trade or international investments, we require to record these international transactions as well as book of account. So for that purpose, we need to know the rules and regulations that are especially made for the recording of transactions, of international transactions. Okay. In Indian perspective, when we prepare account in India, then we follow the Indian accounting standard rules. Okay. But here the when we transaction, international transaction, we need to know Indian accounting standards. So so today's class is all about the international accounting. Okay. So for the part of accounting, foreign activities of an Indian enterprises are divided into two categories. It may enter into transactions which are denominated into foreign currency. Students, we all know that when we record the transactions of a business in the book of account, we mainly record their amount. Especially, we are recording the transaction in monetary. Why? Because at the end of it, we want to gain how loss, which sector of the business is making more profit, which sector of the business is making more loss, or which sector of the business require the amendments. Okay, so basically we record these transactions. When we foreign Indian enterprise, we basically divide it into two kinds. It may be transactions we are which are denominated in foreign currency. Okay, because we are here saying about the international accounting, so not the international, basically recording those transactions, international transactions in a foreign currency, right? Why? Because for that particular international accounting, we are making profit or loss in foreign currency, like import or export of goods or services, borrowing or lending money or and securities outside India, and subscription by foreign companies to shares issued in companies, right? So it may have through branches, associate, etc. So we all know that when an Indian enterprises do foreign transaction, we basically Indian transaction do these transaction or it's a branches or subsidiary or associate. Feature of foreign operation is that it maintains its own accounting record and prepares financial statement. Okay. So, for preparing the international accounting, what enterprises are doing, they basically preparing the two accounts, two books of account. First for foreign currency and for the local currency, because anyhow we transfer the of the foreign funds into a currency. So that's, but it's very difficult for enterprises who are having more than 4 or 5 different currencies to prepare 10 book of. So what they do, they basically follow the format of international financial accounting, international accounting standard, where some international account formats are given to the enterprises. On the basis of that, they prepare the account book of account. Okay, so it's not necessary कि आप अलग अलग बुक ऑफ अकाउंट प्रिपेयर करने होते हैं. आप एक सिंपल फॉर्मेट भी फॉर्मेट कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमें जो ये फॉरेन जो है लोकल करेंसी को, ताकि आप easy for the profit and loss. Okay, so the feature of a foreign operation is that it maintains its own records and prepares financial statement in local currency. An Indian entity having either or both the type of foreign activities has to express the foreign currency financial transaction and financial statements in Indian rupees for inclusion in its financial statements. Okay, so as an Indian enterprises, we open up a branches and subsidiary in different countries. So what we have head office in our home country, right? So for that reason, we have to prepare that those financial statement according to the Indian financial statement, because overall we find out the which branch is making more profit, which branch is making facing more losses. So ultimately we prepare the financial statement on the Indian accounting standard basis. Okay, मैं अभी आपको आगे क्लियर करूंगी किस तरीके से प्रिपेयर करना. Okay, so the two principal accounting issues are common to both types of activities related to the choice of the rate of exchange to be used and the manner of dealing with the loss or gain arising from the differences in the exchange rate. So uh, हम इंडिया में रह के इंडिया की जो ब्रांचेस हमने अदर स्टेट्स में जो ओपन करी है उसको अगर जब हम रिकॉर्ड करते हैं तो हमारे लिए कोई भी प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती. व्हाई? बिकॉज वी आर डीलिंग इन द सेम करेंसी. But when we record the transaction of the foreign branches, so the main problem which that companies or enterprises are facing is the which exchange rate to adopt for the recording of the transaction. हम कौन सा exchange rate है, right? So we can say that these and other related matters are dealt within two parts. So for dealing this issue, we divide these this type of transaction into two parts. First one is accounting for foreign currency transactions. Okay, uh, first one, accounting for currency transactions, and then accounting for operations. Okay, so mainly we prepare the international accounting on the basis of accounts. First one is accounting for foreign currency transaction, and second is accounting. For that reason, we need what are the national, and for that purpose we know and we understand the International Financial Reporting Standard, that is IFRS. Okay, so in the modern financial reporting framework that the whole world, including India, is adopted. In present time of the country dealing in different countries, so they follow rules of international reporting. Okay, so about uniform accounting standard, right? So enable to add global finance free. So the Ministry of Corporate Affairs of Corporate in a notification in 2010. So, okay, so according to the report of 2010, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the top most company will need IFRS of April. So, as the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, all the top companies were MNCs.
मैम आपकी वॉइस
They
कट कट
report
के आ
their
रही है.
international transactions in the book of account.
मैम वॉइस बहुत कट रही है, समझ में नहीं आ रहा बिल्कुल भी.
Yes, I think something like on your process. Okay. Most of the to the corporate, most of the companies of India follow the national reporting standard and it is from the first of
वॉइस बहुत कट रही है.
okay. So FRS is a new factory also. Let's say. Yes, am I audible right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. So according to the Corporate Affairs, now it is compulsory for all the companies of India to follow the IFRS rules for preparing the international accounting from cost of 2000. Okay. Um, IFRS is a new concept, mainly uh, is different from the manner in which it treats the accounting of items, the company's profit and loss account and balance sheet. Okay, basically, the IFRS is a combination of rules and regulation for the international accounting purpose, how companies are prepare balance sheet and profit and loss. Okay, so basically, companies are preparing the consolidated balance sheet and income statement according to the rule of IFRS. Find out the profit and losses and incomes from the for overseas branches. As so, uh, yes. So companies, the IFRS is basically started on the fiscal year 2011, and it is adopted by the more than 400 Indian companies, and that are constitute the census. Nifty 50 companies whose securities are listed on the stock exchange outside India, as well as companies having net worth of rupees 1,000 crores from 2013 year. Okay, and IFRS would probably encompasses the entire amount of the Indian corporate. Okay, so basically, we can say that IFRS is a post Indian company that are in the census Nifty 50. Okay, and stock listed in the stock exchange as well as having network is 1,000 crore. It is very it is our overseas branches and subsidiary and overseas investments for their international accounting accordingly. We prepare the balance sheet and income statement and other accounts according to the IFRS rules and regulations. Okay. Okay. So this is a short picture. You can identify the IFRS from this picture. It starts from April 2011 and will be adopted by the 400 and Tata has that make large overseas equity. The IFRS taken advantage follow. So companies whose net worth is then 1,000 crore and then is one license 50 and company for those companies that are outside. Okay, all these I assume for the international accounting purpose. IFRS is the number of the people. It is also okay. New concept, new concept. It will take time. Okay, so it's not a such how this service price what no PhD or just companies who are actually provide IFRS. Okay, and while they are senior professors, younger in the faculty. So if in a accounting or accounting firm and want to prepare the accounting standard, they learn the IFRS. They have to learn the IFRS rules and regulations. Most of the CA and the accountants, they know already what rules and regulations are trained in. Okay, so for the existing company, existing employees, okay, the present employees, okay, look at things. Okay, so it's very okay. So IFRS will be coming about 400 Indian also. Yes, sir. Okay. अभी मेन हमारे जो आइडेंटिफाई करना है दिस वन accounting treatment suggest certain revised international accounting standard that is IAS 2193 now at Indian international know about what is international accounting standard. So basically, the IAS 21 and IAS 41. You will IAS you will the IAS 21 and IAS. So let's move to the yes. Currency. Okay. Transaction settlement is called a foreign transaction, right? Accounting issues of exchange and manner of exchange dispute arise when a foreign currency transaction is not still on the transaction, but is carried forward as in the case of credit card sale in borrowing. So the uh, foreign is the credit borrow. Why? All okay. Of the future date, market or exchange. So fluctuate or change post book of account कैसे उसको that is a so and the purpose of discussing transaction with those that are not specific. Okay, there can be current forward forms of hedges. Yes, students. So, because of the credit purchase, credit sales, lending or borrowers, it indicates that the cash settlement will done in a future date. So, because of the future date cash settlement, there is for foreign currency rate fluctuation. Okay. So, because we are here, we are discussing foreign currencies in the book of account. So, for for avoiding that fluctuation, rate of fluctuation of rates, what we will do, we will take the help of the forward contracts or future contract or option forward, right? Option forward means to having the two options of buying or selling for foreign currencies for the next 3 months. Okay, and we can take the help of the spot rate. We can take the help of the premium and discounts. Okay, so these are the options available for the businesses, the enterprises to deal with the risk of foreign currency fluctuation. Recording these transactions in the book of account. So when we record the foreign transaction in the book of account, we can take the help of these forward rates, for option forward rates, spot rates for transaction, the transactions. Okay, foreign transactions. For monetary and non-monetary items. Regarding the transaction on the monetary term, for that purpose, we should know what is the accounting of monetary and what is the accounting of non-monetary items. So, foreign currency transaction as compared to two components in the monetary and non-monetary. Okay, so that the part of the transaction which will entail inflow or outflow of foreign currency for the settlement in the ordinary course of business is called the monetary. Right? Means the part of the transaction which will entail inflow outflow of foreign currency for the settlement in the ordinary course of business is called the monetary. And the other part which does not involve such settlement is called non. So let's example. If an importer imports goods for euro 5 lakh, okay, if it's an Indian importer to import the goods for euro 5 lakh on credit. So there are two components of this transaction. One, ability to apply to the foreign currency because it is in the credit transaction, and other the aspect of acquisition of the good. So the trade liability. So in this case, the trade liability is called the inventory item, and inventory is called the monetary item. So before recording your transaction, it is important for the trader to identify which is the monetary item and which is the non-monetary item. Okay. So in example, uh, uh, acquisition the monetary item and the inventory is a non-monetary. So according to on the basis of this, you easy for you to record the this foreign transaction according to this rules. So first by monetary item and what is non-monetary, right? Okay. Now next initial step is in everything is to distinguish between the item which are monetary and other. Note, not all currency transaction have both as per the, you maybe identify what is monetary and what is non-monetary. So on the basis of, I can say that all foreign currency transaction, it is not compulsory to have okay, they have both monetary and non-monetary components. Take another examples. Okay, so if Indian company raises and is credited the account of bank, then both components of transaction the bank one item. So this is an example that a company, Indian company raised loan and credit account of the company. Obviously, company is raising the loan, so it will be credited the account of the company. Jump, okay. Then both component of this transaction, namely the loan and the balance in bank, constitute monetary items. Okay, so example monetary item can be trade receivables, trade payables, or foreign currency balances on hand and with bank, amounts borrowed or lent in the foreign currency, etc. These all comes under the monetary items. Okay. And when a foreign currency transaction take place, it has to be accounted by raising a rate of exchange. Rate of exchange is important because here we are raising the money in the foreign currency. So we require our foreign rate, exchange rate. So if the transaction is not settled and there we have a monetary item raising in respect of this transaction. Suppose that this monetary item is settled partially on the some other date and during the same financial year and which the transaction took place, and the exchange rate on this from the rate on the transaction date. So we have a gain or loss to the आपने लोन लिया बच्चों मैं एग्जांपल देती हूँ आपको कंपनी और कंपनी ने जिस डेट पे लोन लिया उस डेट से लेकर जिस डेट पे सेटलमेंट होगा पूरा हम लोन का अमाउंट जो सेटल कर देंगे तो सेटल करें दोनों ही डेटों में एक्सचेंज रेट क्या होगी बच्चों डिफरेंट होगी ओके सो इट मे बी लॉस उस डेट के में 15% से किया था क्योंकि फॉरेन करेंसीज थी आपकी ठीक है और 15% से आप लिया आगे चल के क्या हुआ कि वो करेंसी का जो था रेट जो है वो एप्रिशिएट हो गया या डेप्रिशिएट हो गया तो वहाँ पे एक्सचेंज रेट का जो आपका है वो डिफरेंस हो जाएगा ठीक है तो इट मे बी गेन और लॉस सो ऑन द बैलेंस शीट आप जो बैलेंस शीट में इसको डिफाइन करोगे बिकॉज लोन गोज इन दी दिस साइड मल्टी साइड ऑफ बैलेंस शीट ओके सो दैट इज एन vertical hope you all know how to prepare the balance horizontal the format you all know you know about balance sheet so know how to prepare consolidated and statement Okay. Okay. So when you record this loan amount in balance sheet, it will goes to the liability side. So how much your liability increase affected by the exchange rate fluctuation, that identify gain or loss for company that loan purpose. The issue that rise in the accounting for foreign transactions are fixing the rate to be used for initiating quantity transaction when it takes place, dealing with the exchange gain or loss arising on partial or full settlement during the same financial year or conversion, and dealing with the exchange gain or loss transaction on long transaction of the foreign currency monetary item on the date of balance sheet. So these are the some problems or the issues that arise in the accounting for foreign currency transactions, right? Okay. Of Infosys Limited. Okay. So Infosys Bangalore are trading company limited created printers at US dollar each. Landed prices on 31st of January 2007. So Infosys Limited company is situated in India in Bangalore. It is a trade company and it import 50 of computer printer from the USA on credit basis. Okay, of US dollar 300 each on 31st of January 2007. This is the Infosys Limited Bangalore, a trading company. It has imported 50 of computers printer on credit from USA. Okay, company. Okay. Price $300 each on 31st. Items that the amount should be settled by the pay US dollar 7,000 each. 20,000. That is the USA that should be by the 7,000 each on 28th of January 2007. Is almost 28 days. Okay, after 28 days. So for contract. Forward contract, in forward contract we can take this cash settlement for 39 or 1 year. Most settlement case of a forward contract. And 30 of 1,000. So Jan 3 months. It is an option forward. Okay. According to this date, it is a forward. Financial year of the company ends on 31st of August 2007. So it is a second quarter. Okay, the company is the financial year of the company ends on 31st of August 2007. So the stock of these company printers held as on 31st of March 2007 is 30 numbers. Spot exchange rate on base data as follows. January 31, 39.04. February 28, 39.09. March 39.4. April 8 of 12 rupees 38.96. So these are the some of the spot rates on different rates. The following, so how we will do the entries, journal entries. Okay, so journal entry in the Indian rupees in the book amount of this. So first entry print and purchase is 50 number of computers at US 100 each on 1st of 2007. So what is the spot rate at the 31st of January? That is 30.4. 9.04. So purchase it to account payable, right? 15,000 multiplied by 39.04. Amount will be 20. In the same both side, debit side, credit side. Now, 8th of February, they are actually amount settled date. Okay, the payment is according to the US dollar 7,500, but the rate at spot rate at the 28th of February is 39.04. So the journal entry like account payable debit. Okay, now and to bank account, but now here, because we are paying after almost 28 days of the contract. So here, first of all, we find out what are we are gaining, or whether we are gaining or loss according to the fluctuation of the exchange rate. So you can see that at the date of the contract, the spot rate was 39.04, but at the time of the settlement, the spot rate is 39.09, almost of 0.05 is raised. Okay, so because it is raising, so as a buyer, because we are paying to the seller, so we are facing the loss. So and this loss is how much we are facing the loss? 39.0 minus 0.04. You can see here 39.04 minus 39.09. Okay, so we are offering of 0.05. So what we do? 7 US dollars 500 0.05. Let me calculate it and find out whether the amount is given right or not. Give me 1 minute. Okay, let me clarify. 0, 9 and 0. Seven, 5, and 0.05. Yeah. So see,
मैम वॉइस क्लियर नहीं है आपकी.
in this. बेटा आप स्क्रीन में देख लीजिए, अगर आपको कोई डाउट हो आप मैसेज बॉक्स में कर दीजिएगा. Here in the network connectivity is very poor. Okay, whatever is drop in message box. Here this, so we using the 25 rupees due reflection in the action from 1st of January 28th of February. Okay, so after that now we are amount is 29 lakh 3 lakh 175. Okay, see here, look at this. Okay, now we are paying this way. पहले हमें था, now we are paying this. Most facing the loss of 375 was imposed 375 rupees. So बहुत ज़्यादा pay करना पड़ा, right? Okay, so now on 31st of March, again, what we are facing, 31st of March, there is a 39.04. Now here, on 28th of February, the exchange rate is 39.09, and then after that, it is 06. Okay, यहाँ पे आपका 39.06 होगा. It's not a 05, it's a 06. Okay. 1 second, if it is possible, I can edit it. No, it's not possible. So it is not 39.04, it is 39.06. So you can see here, we are again facing the exchange loss of 150 rupees. 150. Okay, and the last on April 30th, that is 38.96. We are gain. Okay, why we are seeing the gain? Because there is a depreciation in the exchange rate, that is 38.96. So you can see here. Okay, we are facing the depreciation of 750 because and depreciation means if we are facing the profit 750. So this is how the foreign companies, the companies which are dealing in overseas, they record the accounting transaction. They record the transactions as per this. So the main role in the accounting, international accounting, is of the exchange rate, the fluctuation of exchange rate. So on the basis of these rates, you can identify whether the company is facing the loss or profit. Okay, on the term of the fluctuation in exchange rates. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.